my older brother, Sonny, was working up here. He was doing lighting, and he'd done, done Once Were Warriors, and then he did Broken English, and so I moved back after living in Raitahi for a couple of years. I kind of moved up to Auckland. I came up to Auckland to see what he was up to, and he said, "Oh, look, he said, why don't you go and get a sparky trade?" Is what he encouraged me to do. He said, become a sparky, because he was doing lighting and all that sort of thing. And he said the guys who really excel in the lighting industry and stuff are guys who have a spark, they're sparkies by trade, because it's all electrics. And I went, oh, okay. So I went up north by mum, and and then I applied to the Northland Polytech drama course. And I said, oh, I want to learn about lighting and how it works and stuff. And it wasn't a sparky course. And then through that kind of gravitated towards the acting. My cousin rang me up and he says they're auditioning for a kid who goes into jail. Auditioned, they loved me, got a phone call, said, yep, you got the role. And I came down and I was working opposite Pete Smith. Pete Smith was the older guy leaving jail, and I was a younger guy coming in looking for advice. I'd turn up to the rehearsals. Like, my whole approach was right from the start. I go to rehearsals dressed as Mookie, how he would dress. It was what I learned. I went, you turn up to your auditions and your rehearsals as the character. You turn, and I just borrowed my cousin's big woolly jerseys, with the leather patches on the arms. And I went, oh well, I'll get some leather straps and start putting leather bands around my thing, and try to find those ruster beads and stuff like that. I just thought just try and work on it. And I'd turn up there, and Tim would be like, they'd be like, oh, we need to do a wardrobe check on these boys, and Tim would be like, what do you mean a wardrobe check? And I was like, yeah man, I feel comfortable, and these are the clothes that that I kind of came up with. They changed, of course, because but yeah, Tim was kind of he's I think it is where I got that line, don't act, react. It's one of Tim's lines. Yeah, don't act, react, Tim. I kind of did the whole drinking thing real bad, and actually had my reputation for kind of being unreliable all came out after that, which was really tough. It was just tough to find work because I couldn't be trusted, and it was hard because you're kind of looking for work and people don't want to see you, and it was a tough time. I went to the audition and it was the worst audition I'd done. I just did that, when you go to auditions and you do that audition and you leave and you just go, I wish I just wish I could do that again. And I'm not one of those bleating actors who rings my agent and goes, oh, I did the worst audition in the world. Oh, can you ring them and give me another one? Oh, because they're out there, eh? Those ones, eh? Oh, I need another audition. Oh, shut up. Anyway, I get this phone call. Oh, Tammy, he really liked you. You must have done something. I went, wait on. It was the worst audition I've done. And when I went back, he said there was this one moment, Tammy, where you looked out, and I could see you looking out over the farm. And I went, thank God for my rural upbringing, Thank God for all that work on farms I did as a young fella. I don't know if I should say this, but I got to keep the teeth. The teeth when he turns into a sheep, and sometimes I put them in when I'm at home with the kids. When I walk around, they go, oh yeah, he's a young Māori boy from out west who's a bit of a loser, who doesn't really think too much, and he's a criminal, and he smokes dope and he drinks booze, and that's about it. And you go, well, what else? No, that's all. Wait on, but what do you mean that's all? Surely he's somebody's son, he's somebody's grandson, does he have any sisters or brothers? Is he a caring kind of person? Is he an arsehole? Does he, what else? And I just went, I'm going to kind of take it in a whole new direction, and I'm going to make him a clever, onto it young dude. And he's going to be onto it, man, he's going to be on, wheeling and dealing and always pushing the envelope, even though he's a crim, and even though he's on the other side of the law, he's going to be onto it, big clap to Tam, foot clap to Tam, for that one, because it was, You know, I think, mate, if I'd played the character that they had originally written, I would have been a scapegoat for something early on in that. He would have become a scapegoat for a story, for one of Van's storylines or something that would have ended up with him taking it and leaving the show. You know, the West Side Forever, I went into makeup and they tried to put an FTW on my eyelid, a spider web on my hand, and a hinge. I said, I think my character's like about 21. And they said yes, and I said, is this what kids these days are putting on themselves? I said, because I've got cousins who are like in their mid-30s, early 40s who did this sort of stuff. I called my mate. I said, bro, we need to design some tattoos. Went to see him. I said, look, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, so can you call them and design it with them so that it doesn't look like I'm kind of pushing anyone, you know, pushing any ideas anywhere? Yeah, and that's where the West Side Forever came from. What I did is I made him accessible. And even though he breaks the law and stuff like that, I just made him a normal person. You know what I mean? I didn't make him a character, I just made him a normal person that we all know. Just a good guy. I made him a good guy that we all know. And you guarantee you, mate, all those people on there, I know you, man, one of my best mates, our friend. You know, he's the guy you have a beer with on Friday night at the pub. Exactly that guy. He doesn't have the West Side Forevers on his things, but he's the same guy. You go to a party, there's a Māori boy sitting in the corner playing the guitar, having a good time. That's him too. It's like when people go, oh, bro, come for a smoke. Dude, what do you mean? I see you smoking on TV all the time, bro. Come on. No, thank you. I don't smoke dope. What's wrong? You know, it's like, you know, it's just like far out, man. What the fuck? What do people think? That just because you have a beer on TV that you're an alcoholic? Oh, come on, bro. Oh. All good though. It's a short film based on my life as a teenager in South Auckland, after coming from a rural community, you know, and the struggles that go along with growing up in not in poverty, but just in low socioeconomical surroundings. Yeah, and what happens when you kind of come face to face with that, and you know, and how you deal with it. And it's, you know, I mean, you know, you as an artist, you rewrite the past. You know, you look back and you go and you make it look a little bit better. I mean, you know, I think the trick I've learnt from, not the trick, but the lesson I've learnt from Taika and Ainsley in their films is that if you're honest and open about it, then if you're honest and open about yourself, then other people can see that and they can relate to that. I think we've still got a long way to go, and I think that yeah, contracts do need to change. I don't know whether they are or when they are. All I know is that when we were on Outrageous Fortune, we had a chance to make it change. That we were in the best position to make it change. Sometimes you're working and sometimes you're not. You know, it's really funny because I go, shit, man. If we were the biggest show in the States, we'd all be millionaires. We're rocking around, bitch. James, come up to my apartment. Hey, let James in, please. Coffee. Whatever, eh?